Hello and welcome to another Access You TV episode. My name is Michelle Edhouse, and for those of you that haven't met me, I'm an Access Consciousness facilitator, and this is all about giving you the tools and the questions that can create the change that you've been asking for in your life. So asking is actually what I decided to talk to you about today. And one of the core laws of the universe is ask and you shall receive. And one of the things that I have noticed so dynamically in the last 24 hours is how easily we refuse what we've already asked for. And did you know that just by acknowledging that something's shown up, even if it didn't show up quite the way you'd expected it to, because as Dr. Dane here says, nothing ever shows up the way you expected it to, but have you ever actually stopped and acknowledged when things show up for you? So what's, I don't know if you can hear it on the video or not, but in the background is the beautiful sound of the cicada song. And yesterday I was picking up our son from his friend's place, and who lives right out by one of the lakes, and as we were driving home, all I could hear was just thousands of cicadas singing, and I was like, oh, yum. It was such a glorious connection to the universe, glorious connection to nature, just to hear that sound. And I asked, what would it take for more of that to show up? And you know what? I had a cicada fly in and sit on my door today and sing to me. Now, some of you will say that's just serendipity, it's, blah, blah, blah. To me, I asked for it and I received it. And then we get here to the school where the boys have their Zendu Kai training, and what do I hear? I hear the cicadas again. And it may be that those cicadas have been singing all the time in those same places, but I haven't been willing to receive it. And it wasn't until I actually asked that the receiving could actually happen. There's so many things going on this planet all the time, but until we're actually willing to receive them, we never will. So what have you been unwilling to ask for, that if you're willing to ask for it, could show up as if by magic? I have story after story after story of things that have just shown up instantly. But I'd also like you to look at another side of things. Where are you not acknowledging that you're being given the opportunity to ask and to receive, but you're refusing it because of something that doesn't quite match your expectations? It's my birthday today, and I was sitting in bed this morning and looking at what physical gifts I was being given for my birthday, and I realized that I had asked for everything, and I was making that wrong, because I was making it wrong that I knew what all my presents were. I knew what they all looked like. I knew where they'd bought them from, how much they'd paid for them. And I was making that wrong. It was like, hold on a second. I asked for these and I'm receiving them. What the am I making this wrong for? So where are you making asking and receiving a wrongness instead of a strongness? So how much more can you ask for? I was having a private session with a businessman yesterday, and he was like, oh, I don't know how to get this out into the market. He's developed this amazing, phenomenal doohickey that stops your door from slamming, but it's not one of those silly wedges that stops your door from closing. It's actually built into the door, and it's phenomenal. I'll put a link in the description. But I was talking to him and I said to him, so do you ask for the clients to show up? Do you ask the universe to contribute to this product getting out and contributing to fingers not getting smashed? Do you actually ask? And he's like, no. I try and work it out. I try and figure out what's required. I said, well, what if you were to ask for clients to show up, for the people you need to speak to be available, to turn up as if by magic? You know, again, I have countless stories of clients who have asked and received clients just time and time and time again, just by asking. You know, people who have asked for the weather to change so that an event can occur. And it's not just a one-off. They ask and it shows up. So are you willing to ask for what you actually desire? Or are you sitting there hoping it will show up? So I challenge you, what can you ask for today? And would you be willing to receive it when it shows up? Not if it shows up, because if you truly ask for something, if you make the demand for something to show up and ask the universe to contribute, it will show up. May not be in exactly the way you think it will be, but it will show up. So I dare you to ask and receive. Thanks for joining me here at Access You TV. What else is possible now?